Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer is a Lifestyle. Today is shout out day. How's that? So let's get started. The very first one is Raj from the Gourmet Granddad. Now Raj is from the UK, and you know I like anything British. But what I really love about his channel is that his recipes are not very complicated. They're not like 30 minutes long and the ingredient list is like 25 items, or he has very easy, uncomplicated recipes, but yet they sound like they are gourmet. Like a shrimp cocktail or a butternut squash soup. I mean, it's things that sound like that would involve a lot of ingredients and a lot of work, but actually he makes it very easy to follow with his recipes. I love his British accent, and I love that they're quick and simple and do not involve a lot of work. Now, so please go check him out. It's the Gourmet Granddad. His name is Raj, and he really does have a lot of different kinds of recipes. And yeah, let him know I sent you. The second one is Heaven's Peacemaker, and this is Beth. Beth, what can I tell you about Beth? Beth has a craft room in the basement, and she calls it her dungeon. Well, you know what? If that, I wish I had a dungeon like that, okay? Right now, they are remodeling it, and it actually looks really nice. But she does all kinds of crocheting, and she also does sewing. So she does project bags right now. She's been making a whole bunch of project bags. And I love her craft room. I love her little witty, comments she makes. She's funny and she's interesting, and I love her. And she did this skit for Halloween where she put on her mask and she pretended to be Beth is not here right now. But check out these project bags. She's a lot of fun. And Beth, I wish I had a dungeon like yours, okay? The next one is Melissa Makes More. Melissa Makes and More. Now, Melissa is also a yarny sister, and what we mean by that, she does a lot of crochet items and yarny, anything related to crocheting and yarn and all. She is an absolute sweetheart, and by that I mean that she has shouted me out when I first began and nobody was watching me at all. She is probably one of the sweetest and most supportive people out there. Not only does she come and watches and comments and shares and does shout outs for you, but she also goes on Facebook and she does the same thing with Facebook groups and Zoom, and here's someone who what I call has a chronic illness, a disease that she deals with every day, and yet she makes the time to do all these things, to be an encourager and a supporter. So I love Melissa very much. I wish I was like Melissa, and I had her grace. And so if you can go out and check out Melissa Makes and More, she is absolutely wonderful. What a perfect example of someone who is living with a chronic illness and still makes time to be there for people, to still go on and be a role model for others, that you can, and I'm sure she is pushing through pain every single day, but yet she makes the videos, she goes there, supports everyone, be there, what they call the yarny sister to everyone. So please check her out. It's Melissa Makes and More. I'm going too fast with these, I think. Next one is also a yarny sister of mine, and that is Trina Knits. Now, Trina Knits used to be known as the Claxton Tree Crochet, if you guys remember, and that is Trina. Now, Trina and I both started our channel almost at the same time, and our relationship kind of started with a tuna stuffed avocado that my daughter did this recipe for me on YouTube while I was filming her. And this is, you can check that out in one of our earlier videos. And Trina ended up loving that recipe, and we became great friends ever since. Now Trina, I love her. She does crocheting. She does actually some knitting. She has a whole group of animals with her that she rescued. And that's birds, cat, a dog. My daughter's in the background. But she is a great chatter. So I love watching her. I love watching her, what she has this series where she started, whereas what would you make with this stitch? You know, she'll try to do a different stitch, and she makes these little swatches, and like, what would you make with this type of stitch? And she also does a lot of commentary. She loves the Lord. She loves to chat and tell you about her days sometimes. So it is a little bit of everything. She does a lot of chatting. She does a lot of crocheting, knitting, some tutorials also, and she'll talk about her animals. I love Trina. To me, Trina is like my sister, you know, and we are great friends, and sometimes we just chat via email, and which is what I want to point out to you. If any of you want to send me an email, we can talk more privately if you guys are interested in that. You know, sometimes just leaving comments here is not like the same, if, you know, having a real conversation where it's private via the email. So you are welcome to do so if you would like to, so just keep it clean. So yeah, Trina Knits, that is her new name. Go check her out. This next one is Rosa from Sun and Moon Art. I have to tell you that I have not, Rosa is an artist, and that's all I'm going to say, because she does so many different crafts and art. But she calls herself an artist, and I can see why, because she does so many things on her channel. YouTube has exposed to me so many different types of crafters and artists and things that people do that I did not even know. Like Rosa does junk journals. She will do vintage journals, what I call vintage journals. She's done diamond painting. She's done painting itself. I've seen her do, I mean, just enormous amount of things. She does hauls from vintage stores, actually. I think those are actually one of my favorite videos, is when she finds something like the journals that are like from 40 years ago that have, remember those journals that we would have, that they would have a lot of illustrations, and they would have maybe different kinds of birds or different kind of wildflowers, or I love watching all of that, and the things she finds, just like the old lace that she can use for her DIYs and for her different types of crafting. And I mean, I have seen her buy an old book because she loves the cover or she likes the inside, and she will transform it into something spectacular. So check out Rosa. Oh, one of my other one, Rosa, I love Lily. When she did the doll Lily, I love that. I love her. I fell in love with that series, and I really love that. So check out Rosa. She is absolutely an artist. That's all I can tell you. There's not one type of what I would call craft, which I'm probably insulting her. She can do it all, and she does it beautifully. I love to see the transformations that she makes. And in fact, one of the last videos I've watched of hers, I think it runs in the family, because her daughter actually made some vases on a pottery wheel herself, and they were really beautiful. So go check out Rosa from Sun and Moon Arts. So let's do one more, because I'm rambling on pretty quickly here. This is something a little different than the rest, and this is an actual doctor from Natural Health Resources that I watch. Now, I've started watching her because after my treatments, this last time, I was still having a lot of joint pains and I had a lot of issues with where I was limping, and I would have hip pain, and I would have leg pain, and joints, and arthritis, and it took me a long time to recover. And I knew that because of all the treatments for my cancer that I had, I knew that my immune system wasn't what it should be, and that I needed to build it up somehow. So I was trying to restore my immune system, or try to help my body to go back to with vitamins, and you know, what type of foods I should be eating and things like that. And I actually found her channel. She has so much health information, you guys. She's shown me exercises that I should be doing for my ankles just by sitting on my bed or sitting on a chair, that I can be doing these that will help the swelling and or the pain, and or she's informed me of the vitamins that I should be taking for whatever, you know, for my joint pain and things like that. She is so much information out there, you guys, and she offers it so you're not actually going and you know, filling our bodies with pills all the time, or going to the doctor and getting shots. There's a lot of natural foods like spices like turmeric, and that we can use and drink, you know, to help us with all of that. So you guys check her out. She has so much useful information. I actually use a lot of her links on my chronic illness page, and to help everyone with their any issues they may have. So please check her out. She does wonderful she gives you wonderful tips on that. So you guys, I'm going to put their links down below so you guys can go to their channels for all of these. These are everyone that I watch, and I still have my other stack. I know you think I don't have nothing to do at all, but I play them. I watch the channels, and as I'm, you know, cleaning or doing laundry or whatever I'm doing, the channels they're playing, and I'm watching them as I'm doing my work here at home, and that's how I kind of catch up. So anyway, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.